What's up, everybody? Justin and Robert here. We're going to do a little video explaining all of our equipment.
Most of the stuff that we have basically just works off magnetic field. This, I guess you can kind of consider a proximity sensor. Anything that gets close enough to it, whether it be magnetic field, power, it'll set it off.
Voice recording, EVP. We're going to start changing up how we're going to do this. Instead of going back and after we're done recording for where we're at, we're going to ask questions and go back and play it live. So we're on camera, we can listen to it live. Hey, is anyone here? Go back, play it, we'll have a speaker. See if anything plays. Go back, record again, and we can just delete it so it's not however long we have it, hours of EVP we have to go through. Spirit box, you've seen this when we do the Estes method where me and Courtney are blindfolded, put headphones in, and we listen to it because we can't hear the questions what's asking. And whatever we hear on this in the headphones, it's we say. A lot of times, because it's flipping through radio frequencies really quick, a lot of times I'm old, so my little old ears can't pick up it as fast as Courtney can. So
well, and how fast is it?
I mean, you can speed it down and slow it down. Yeah,
but still, like, you know, you ask the question and you may get the response, but with the headphones as loud as it is, you can't go, you know, it's not like you can go back and replay it. You gotta either understand what it says, and it always shows better.
No.
So yeah.
But also it has the antenna, has a little flashlight on it. We can play it, has a speaker through here, but it's really loud. Temperature. What if the temperature changes?
The speaker on that's really low. It's hard to hear. So you can plug this in, which will kind of show. I mean, it might be loud because of the microphone, but sometimes when you're out there in a big room, it's harder to hear. So
K2.
So this is a K2 EMF meter. This picks up electromagnetic field in the area, and it has a meter on it. You can see that from here. So it goes from either 0 all the way to 20 plus milligauss. Obviously, if it is, 20 plus or red, is pretty bad. I mean, yellow is bad too.
That one we actually have a really good clip on, I remember.
Yeah, almost our first investigation back.
That and Old Hamilton and Courtney, where it was nothing on me and hers was just
Yeah. So this is an infrared thermometer. Basically you can just point it right down the wall. You can point it and it'll tell you it's that temperature where that laser's touching.
It's like 77, it's hot.
But yeah, it gives us a reading. However long you hold it, it'll get, I don't know if you see that, I can always zoom in onto it.
Yeah. These are the cat balls. I don't know what cat stands for though.
It's literally a cat ball. That's a toy.
Oh, I thought that was KAT.
No, CAT is a cat toy. They when they smack it around lights up, they chase out.
The more you know. But I just turned them on. Any movement, it takes a little bit for it to.
Well, that's an example. That's a good example right there. I mean, we were just hitting cable and it wasn't happening. Nothing was going on with it. But we've been in investigations where nobody would be near it and it would start going off, and you can almost get a response out of it. Remember our first one back into this? Which I got a clip of that and I'll show you right here. And nobody's moving. That bulb, that light just came on. I wasn't moving. Can you do it again? There it goes. Not too often that these have actually worked. It's only happened that one investigation where it worked.
I think
We really haven't been able to get it to work anywhere else, which almost proves validation for us that they have to work. They've only worked one time since we got these.
Besides us messing with it.
Yeah, as far as them going off by themselves, it really only worked for us one time.
Yeah, they're pretty.
So you can almost understand how excited we would get when it would happen, because it's not very often, if at all.
These are dowsing rods. So back in the day, they used these to find water, like running water. But at first, I was really skeptical about these, and ever since using them the first time, it changed my mind. You can ask, yes, I'm not gonna do it in here because we're at Robert's place, but you can just ask yes or no and cross for a yes, spread for no, and you're not doing nothing. Like these spin, you set them straight and you could just feel them and it's not like consistently, it is, or they're barely doing it. It's crazy. Like, is anyone sitting with me and they'll go, or where are you sitting at? I'll point. It's crazy. It takes a lot of energy out of you. The first time I used them, we went to go out to eat afterwards. I was barely, and I stay up usually late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, just
oh yeah, we
dead.
Left the first time we left. Usually we leave to go get something to eat, and I didn't use them. Courtney and Justin used them, and I was fine. Like, I was wondering what was wrong with them. Like, they just seemed drained, like they hadn't slept in days. So on this one, it's a good one. It is cheaper than the paranormal music box, the one you would probably see in most. It does work, and it works good. The only thing that I have so far noticed is that it cannot be close. The sensor cannot be facing a wall, probably within, what do you think, 3 feet, 4 feet?
Maybe 5.
It's got to be facing somewhere where there's a pretty good gap to it. Let me show you that clip. So you see, you don't have to be that, that close to it, but it can't be close within that proximity. It'll set it off.
Yeah, because you got pretty close to it before.
Yeah. So these are our new additions. Have not. Shut the fuck up. So we haven't gotten anything from this, but again, this was our newest piece of equipment. It's a simple security, walk through a door or a garage, or if you want to put up a motion sensor, so somebody walks past it. Pretty much this was only going off when we walked in front of it. Not saying it won't work. Some people say they've had success with it. I don't know, but they look like changed batteries before we do any investigation, even if we barely even use it. So not saying that it doesn't work, but right now we don't know. We will try at a few other locations and see if we get something out of it. And trust me, as soon as if that goes off during an investigation, that to me would be exciting, because again, we haven't got anything out of it.
In addition, we have new cameras. Alright. So, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it has like built-in, basically infrared. So night vision. Our next investigation, I've told many people that we talked to, that I've talked to, that our next investigation we're going very little light. We're gonna try to keep it as minimum as possible, and we're doing completely like lights out.
So the idea with that camera is that we're gonna start, which is gonna be new for us. It's gonna take time for us to get a little more balls about it, I guess. Start doing what we're gonna call blackout, where we will do an investigation with minimal to no light. So we're trying to stock up on our night vision cameras. And we're also going to get body cams that will have the ability for night vision. There was an instance at Gilcrest where we were pretty damn sure that we had gotten a shadow, and which here's a clip I'll show you. Alright, so the problem with that is that after getting a hold of the Gilcrest jail, the owner, I was actually standing underneath one of his cameras, and he was able to show me that that shadow was actually caused by my hand. I had moved. Very disappointing, but I could only go off of what I had. I only had my camera. There was another camera going. I'm glad we were able to debunk it, but it was disappointing. But so the idea we come up with to kind of battle that or not have that issue again is to go ahead and get body cams. Because I can have a camera going, I could see something or not see something. Again, a shadow caused by a hand or a movement of your own or one of your team members. And if there's no camera going, it's hard to no other camera, it's hard to go about figuring out what it could have been. So if we get body cameras, I think that'd be beneficial, really.
July 8th is our next investigation. Just make sure you like what we're giving you. Comment what you want to see more of. Tune into the lives. Like videos, subscribe.
We will be doing another Q&A shortly. Don't know when, but it'll be on a Facebook, Discord, if y'all ever anybody's joined.
More things we add.
Schedule on YouTube so they know.
Yeah, more things we add. More things we can talk about. So it gives y'all more like what we're doing, what it does.
We like to know you guys would like to see more of, see less of. If the videos are too long, you want us to start getting to the point, which cuts videos down. The way they are now is, I put them together that way. That way, you're kind of on the same journey with us. Now, granted, we could be somewhere all weekend and you only get an hour's worth of view, but sometimes we like to show what's built up to that point. But if you have opinion on it, if we love to hear it.
If you want to see us go into a room, a cell by ourselves, lights off, camera just facing us, as much as I don't want to do that, I will do it.
And there will be some investigations where all the stuff we have here, we won't use. It'll be the old style investigation where you just listen, you feel what's around you. Sometimes these things, it can limit your sixth sense. Like you would expect all these things to show you what could be around you.
Oh yeah.
And you stop listening to yourself.
Like you're dependent on it.
Yeah. So there might be investigations where we don't use any of this stuff. You just stop, listen, just feel it.
And watching, and I told this to everybody that I've talked to, watching the videos and being there and doing the investigations, we have people who joined us before
that didn't think that it would be that's a big deal.
Yeah, your brother, one of my friends, went there, and you could just see like their looks on their face, and like we're used to it to a point. Like we're not used to it, but we kind of know what to expect.
When there's not a lot of things going on where it's just
Yeah, where she said she felt someone touch her, and I'm looking at her and I can see that she don't look like she's okay, like she was uneasy. And I was like, hey, just come sit over here. And she was like, yeah, I felt someone touch me. There was nothing behind her. Looking at his brother's face, and I was kind of like laughing a little bit because I was the same way when we first started doing it. But just seeing his face, and he's like, I'm like, are you all right?
Yeah. So the gentleman that was with us at the Gilchrist, which was our last video, that was my little brother. And coming up to that investigation, he was good. Like, he was ready to go, all about it. And as soon as the sun went down, he was in panic mode. Like, we actually took a lot of breaks during that investigation because we could see how uneasy he was getting. It's definitely night and day between watching it and being there. Again, that's no excuse. We're willing to try anything you guys want to see, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the worst we can do is try.
I mean, there's limits we're not going to do. If you comment and say, hey, sacrifice a goat, we'll probably limit it to a hamster or something.
I think Justin would be okay with that, but we won't.
We're not going to do any animal sacrifices.
Do not request Ouija boards, seances. We're not doing any of that kind of thing. You know, because you got to be respectful to locations. You want what is there to still be there. You don't want to drag in something that wasn't meant to be there, that hasn't been there by doing a Ouija board. And I'm not looking to, you know, push the boundaries of bringing something home. There's a lot of spirits where they reside, where they reside. They don't have intentions of leaving.
We're not trying to disrespect anyone or anything that's there.
In every location we go to, we do our best to be respectful.
I mean, we're kind of, we're not really disrespectful, just trying to push them, but if they don't want to budge, nothing we can really do.
Yeah, we might bring things in there as like a trigger objects, or, you know, fake handcuffs, fake pistol, you know, a toy gun.
Just to get a little riled up.
Yeah, just to get them moving around. But that's the worst we'll do. We're not going to go in there antagonizing and being disrespectful. But so yeah, this is all the equipment we got. It's not a lot, but
we're getting
slowly getting there. I mean, this stuff, none of this stuff is cheap, so it takes time to get that money together. I did put together a donation if you were willing to help us.
The link is down below.
Yeah, it's not mandatory, and, you know, absolutely not required, but it does help. All this stuff does come out of our own pockets, you know.
Right now we're limited to Florida, but we like to go other places eventually. But right now, I'm okay with Florida. Florida's a big state we can go to. Quick thank you everyone that participated in the giveaway.
Definitely appreciate
Shout out to all of y'all. Like I said, the next one will be 100.
And it may not be a t-shirt. Maybe, I mean, it could be a gift card, could be a hat. Maybe we'll have an option, you know, give you some options of something you might want.
Shout out, Kuma's the winner of that last one.
We have decals, hats, shirts, sweaters,
beanies,
tumblers. I think there's a few different size tumblers. If you ever want an item, message me on Facebook.
Join the Discord.
Omen Endeavors. You can join the Discord. Message there. We have a merch tab there. You can request. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Thank you all. Until next time, keep it ghosty. I don't know if I like that, so I don't know how to do that.
Step into the grave.
Step into the grave?
Grave.
I want some gravy.
There's turkey gravy in there.